Flat out. We live. Oh, man. How y'all been? Look, I thought I was done, but I'm not. Straight up. Legend in the building. Welcome to Elaborate. I'm your host, Mac. All right. This who we got. A father, a host on Streets 105.1, philanthropist, a businessman. The nigga, he got the whole shit in the Instagram bio where you could go get some promo. You know what I'm saying? If you need anything, holla at DSMOOVEE in the building.
Elaborate.
What you do, man?
I gotta, man, intro was perfect, man. Intro was perfect, man.
Straight up.
I appreciate you, bro. Only thing is DSMOOVEE.
I said DSMOOVE.
Yeah, you did.
Bad,
it's love, though. It's love, though.
Yeah,
it's love.
I was capping. My bad. You feel me? Flat out. DSMOOVE in the building. I gotta do it over, dog. I can't
Elaborate.
But yeah, man. How you doing, man?
Hey, man, I'm blessed, man, and I'm highly favored, man, and you know, I'm happy to be here, man, to be on your platform. We was talking a little bit off air, but yo, incredible space you got, brother. You are incredible, man, and I'm honored, man, amongst the guests that you had up here, man. Some dope brothers, man, and to know that you've been doing this for 10 years and your mission behind this, man. I look forward to supporting you, even past this interview, bro.
Oh yeah, I appreciate that, man. Straight up, thank you, man. Straight up, that's it's received.
Yeah,
you feel me?
Yeah, I appreciate that.
As us, we don't get that.
No, we don't, and I think that was part of my narrative too, man. Is like anytime I come on a platform, anytime I do something, especially with a black man, I have to make sure like I uplift them because, man, we don't see too much of that, and that's sad to me. You know what I'm saying?
Yeah.
So I'm not gonna stand for something that I believe in. I'm gonna change it. You know what I'm saying? So that's my thing.
Okay, let's go to what you got popping. What's the show? When the show come on? How can they find the show?
Absolutely.
Because you know they got a short attention span, so you got,
of course. So you got to get that out the way. You got to get that off the rip. So look, make sure y'all tap in the Streets 105 when you download the app, man. And if you have not, go to that app store, Google Play Store, and get that right now. Or you can also find me on Instagram at DSMOOVEE. That's 2 O's, 2 E's with a V in the middle, straight simple like that. Man, check in with me, all right? It's easy.
Straight up, man. Be smooth, man. You a black man in America, man.
Yeah,
how your mental health, man?
Oh, man, look, I'm a mental health advocate, bro. And the thing is, bro, I love to make sure that my mental is good. You know, it's a thing, man. You know, on the airplane, they say, like, yo, put the mask on yourself first before you take care of your child. And I think about that principle every day. It's a thought that goes in my head. It's like, yo, I have to make sure every day I wake up, I pray. I'm Muslim, so I do my Fajr prayer, man, at the time that I need to clean myself, do a little bit of meditation, and then I wake my daughter up and make sure that she comes into this world and she knows that I love her. Mm-hmm. Like I always pat her on the back, whisper like, hey, you're beautiful. Come on, let's get this day started. And that helps me in that mode and in that space to know, one, I'm being a father first. For sure. But I'm also putting myself in a good headspace so I can be the best father that I can.
Okay. What are some things that you do to like make sure you put your mask on first? As a man having a family, it's a very difficult thing to do.
Absolutely.
Like you wake up, it's just like, oh, flat tire. Oh shit. Okay, I got to get to that.
Yeah.
And you know, it's a lot of stuff that goes on to where it's so hard for women too to like focus on themselves first.
Absolutely. Like you said, man, if a problem arises, man, and I predicate myself on being a problem solver. You know what I'm saying? It's like, yo, I got to figure out things one step at a time, right? So I need to, first things first, I need to identify the problem. After I do that, then I need to find a solution. Or I need to gather information. Then I can find a solution. And I kind of apply that to all things in my life, right? So it's like being a father is like, yo, you got a problem at school today. Like, what happened? Let me gather the information. All right, let me identify the problem. All right, now let's find the solution to this going forward so we don't have this problem again. It's human beings in the world, so we always going to have problems and everything like that. But I try to, one, have a calm, cool space. That way things can get solved. You know what I'm saying? When you are frantic and you're all over the place, things never get solved. You know what I'm saying? Because your mind is too far gone. I like to remain in a calm space, in a cool head space, and Then I start to process everything, my emotions, everything like that. And I think this just comes with being emotionally intelligent. You know what I'm saying? Especially shout out to my daughter Dea. She has inspired a lot of that, because being a father and a family man, that helps.
Baby girl.
Yeah, man, definitely, man. That's the world right there.
So she's definitely helped you as far as
Absolutely.
the mindset goes and how you approach life.
Absolutely. Because it's like we was talking a little bit off air, man. It's like, and I do have to quote you on this. Max said this. It's like, yo, if you a deadbeat, I can't mess with you.
Yeah.
I totally agree with you on that, Mac. And the thing is, it's like, yo, if I did not have my daughter in my life, I would be a totally different man.
Yeah.
I would treat women differently. I would have a different impression on myself, and I wouldn't have the same uplifting factor that I have in myself, because I now am raising somebody who's going to be a human being and a product and a black woman in this world. So, you know what I'm saying? I take that responsibility, and I make sure that, like, every single day I show up for that. You know what I'm saying? And it's hard some days though, but mentally, like, I just keep going and knowing, like, what's the goal?
Yeah.
What's the goal? What's the goal?
And I'm talking about the chosen deadbeats. I'm not talking about the deadbeats.
Yeah.
Baby mom won't let you see the kids because
Yeah,
she got
yeah.
an attitude. You with your new girl. Y'all need to let them men see them kids.
Absolutely.
Flat out.
Absolutely.
Don't do that.
Yeah.
No matter how mad you is. You know what I'm saying? Go to therapy. Let that man see his kids.
Absolutely.
But so where you grow up, man?
Man, I grew up on the north side, man. My granny, she has a street named after her, man.
What?
O'Fallon Park.
Okay.
I grew up on the north side, man, and that was where we used to all, you know, we do the bare feet street races down. You know what I'm saying? And
Good old
Allison
days.
Carter, man. The old Magic Dragon. I don't know if too many people know about that, but I always throw my granny restaurant, and she's no longer with us, but I always throw her restaurant in there, man, because that's where I learned community at, and that's where I learned how to be, learn responsibility as, one, a child, man, and two, just having a business and knowing how to be in a world where it's like, yo, so many people depend on you, but your family comes first. And that was the thing that my granny, my moms, my uncles, my cousins, everybody taught me.
Yeah. Okay. You like Kenny Monk. We had them similarities.
Yeah.
Flat out.
Yeah.
My grandma was on Sioux Lord
Straight up?
every Sunday.
For real?
Watkins lady.
Dang.
Yeah. And she stayed on Adelaide.
Straight up?
Yeah.
Right down a
Yeah.
couple streets over?
Yeah.
Okay. All right. Yeah.
By first
man.
round.
See? Yeah. We locked in.
We locked in.
Yeah.
That it be explaining a lot, because the people who hustle or grew up around hustlers.
Yeah.
You know what I'm saying?
Yeah.
Like putting product in the back of the cart and cold. Well, it ain't cold how it used to be. It's getting there.
It's getting there, yeah.
But back in the day, it used to be cold in St. Louis. They having to put them products in the cart. And oh man, go to Sioux Lord. That was crazy. So O'Fallon Park, man. I had so many good times at O'Fallon Park on a Sunday.
Straight up.
Yeah. I definitely used to be in Sub-Zero a lot.
My uncle's still there to this day, man. Shout out to my uncle.
Straight up. Some people don't stop rocking with it.
They
man.
don't, bro. They don't. And I don't fault them for it, man. But
I don't
you know,
either.
I just chose a different path in life. You know what I'm saying? And I like to enlighten myself when I say, like, yo, I got a chance, like, to not. I was born of that culture, but I got a chance to kind of see things outside of the culture that made me question, like, hey, like, do you want this, or like, what do you want that's different in this world? And you know, I got a chance to do that. So yeah, I definitely like, I don't fault people who stay in the life. You know what I'm saying? Because it's inherent sometimes.
Yeah, and it's a culture.
Yeah, it is.
It's a culture. It's a addicting culture. Like once you're there, like it's people that move from one side of the city to another side of the city.
Literally.
Like
literally.
I'll be like, you know, like, okay. You know what I'm saying? Like,
this the better side.
This flat out.
This the better side.
They just remodeled this crib. It looked bad on the outside,
but on the inside,
it's like a downtown loft.
It's cold on the inside.
You tripping? This thing laid out.
Yeah.
But so growing up with grandmama, how was like middle school into high school?
So my mom's actually, like, so I grew up with my whole family, but my mom's, she actually moved us out to Hazelwood.
Okay.
So I think first to third, kindergarten to third grade, I was at Thurgood Marshall Elementary. They tore it down now. It was off Natural Bridge, right down the street from the rallies. But yeah, man, elementary school, moving from the city to the county, man, it kind of exposed me to a lot of different things that I didn't know, like that it seemed like we were under-resourced, but we never knew that back then.
Yeah.
Like I never knew about poverty and things like that. I never knew about a hard time because I don't think my parents, or my family, they actually let me see what a hard time was. But when we moved out to Hazelwood, shout out to Moms, I wish she was still with us.
Okay.
When we moved
Shout out to
out,
Mom.
yeah, man, we moved out there, it just kind of changed like what I was seeing on a daily basis. I wasn't seeing a lot of us.
Yeah,
you know
and that's the thing, like social media really messed the kids' minds up.
Absolutely.
Because we only knew what we grew up around.
That's it.
Like,
that's it.
If we living like this, we living like this. Like, and how we living is the shit. Because everybody living like this.
There you go.
Straight up.
I had friends, man. That possibly didn't have a game system. We brought the game system down there to them, and we all just jamming, rocking out the whole day. We just having a good time, and it's like, yo, yeah, like I see you tomorrow. You know what I'm saying?
Clothes.
Yes, and you know what I'm saying.
I'm rocking shoes from my boy. You know what I'm saying?
And literally, that was just how I grew up, and it was like, yo, like I love this. You know what I'm saying? But then, like as I transferred out there, it's like, yo, it's like, oh man, like Mom's like, no, you gotta make sure you got your book bag, all your books, you got your shoes, your new shoes, and everything like that, because I want you to make sure you look presentable when you going out here. You know what I'm saying? And you representing me.
Right.
You know what I'm saying? Not saying that she wasn't doing that at first, but we had uniforms back then.
Yeah.
But now when we went out to the county school, it's like, yeah, everybody got their stuff on. You know what I'm saying? We was like, all right, so now you kind of got to get introduced to fashion, and you gotta get put on. You know what I'm saying? So it's like a culture shock, man. Just kind of growing up and just moving out to the county from the city, and you know. Once again, man, I thank my moms for wanting better. You know, our parents, like, they kind of are like the impressionable people for us, because I seen my mom like just work tirelessly at a 9-to-5, and that kind of influenced me to like, yo, I want to have a 9-to-5, and I want to do exactly what she's doing. But I was, unbeknownst to myself, I didn't know what I wanted. So I was just doing what I thought that would make her proud, because I seen her do it. You know what I'm saying? So, you know, I just grew up, man, wanting to make my parents proud, man, and happy, and wanting to, you know, kind of figure out what my place was in this world.
Right.
And, you know, just kind of soaking in all these resources that I have around me, my family, my community, where I'm from, where I'm going, you know what I'm saying, school, all this stuff. And, you know, it kind of molded and shifted who I am today.
Yeah, man. The thing about growing up back then is everything was just really, it was so real.
Yeah.
Like, everything was just authentic.
Yeah.
It wasn't no fake stuff. Like, I know y'all don't understand. But, so where was Pops?
Oh, man, Pops was still there, man. They got a divorce, man. So it's, you know, we every other weekend, me and my sister, man, we would be with Pops. But, you know what I'm saying, we were around my mom's family for the most part. You know what I'm saying? And that was like, yo, we like, this is where we like being at, because this is where who we spend time with. This is who raised us. This is who we was around. So it's like, that was like the center of our world. It's like our moms is our mom's world. You know what I'm saying?
I think moms, when the separation happens, I definitely think the kids more or less take mom's side, because they don't want moms to feel like they played them.
I agree, bro. And it's like, yo, you know, I wish I got to hear like the adult story from them telling me now.
Right.
Like I talked to my dad. We have a great relationship now. It took me going to therapy and, you know, being a little bit more in depth about, or a little bit more personal about our relationship, to, you know, really like question him about some things, because I want to know, it's some things that he did in his past that now I do, because that's what he did. Yeah. So, you know, I took the time to kind of invest in therapy and kind of getting to know my dad and myself, and, you know what I'm saying, and talking to him about certain things. And I'm like, yo, as a man, you know, it's like, yo, I tell him now, now I tell him like, yo, every time I get off the phone, every time I see him, I love you.
Mm-hmm.
You know what I'm saying? I appreciate what you've done for me. I appreciate who you've been, but I've never got that chance with my mom to get to know her opposite of being my parent. You know what I'm saying? And that's the thing that I feel like a lot of us, we don't get to do. It's like anybody, like, it's to get to know your parents outside of being just your parent.
Mm-hmm.
And that's where my thing was. It's like, yeah, like, of course I took mom's side. You know what I'm saying? This is who I'm with 24/7.
Yeah.
You know what I'm saying? So I wouldn't know anything but I did not get to know the chance to hear my dad's side, or because it's three sides to the story: the truth, yours, the others, and the truth, whatever they would say. So I didn't get a chance.
Yeah.
So I just had to go with what pulled me.
Yeah. It's all like with kids, he's not trying to play mom. We're not trying to play mom. Moms will not get played.
Absolutely.
And it's like it's a weird thing with that, like with the moms, but I'm glad you got to get back with Pops, man.
Yeah, man.
Because a lot of people don't get to do that.
And that's the thing, man. It's like he would always tell me, it's like, yo, you should be happy, like you should be happy like you got a father. You know what I'm saying? And I'm like, yeah, I am. I didn't know the depths of what he meant by that until I started, seeing my friends, started like going around people and like, you know what I'm saying, where your dad at? Where you know what I'm saying? Or like, what's your relationship? Or seeing like they don't have a relationship with their pops. You know what I'm saying? And it frankly, like it kind of, it put me back into that space of understanding and being appreciative and being in gratitude, because it's like, yo, like he was right. You know what I'm saying? Like I had to like see what life was. And fortunately, we all are sometimes hard. I was a hard learner. And I had to like learn, like, yo, man, it's different without a pops. It's different not having your father around to call on and like ask him these specific questions. So yeah, man, that was like what made me like, yo, we got to have a better relationship. And if you not gonna make it happen, I'm gonna make it happen, because this is something that I want to do, and this is something that I'm gonna take personal, because I want to make sure that we have a relationship. Because if you pass from this world at any time, or you see like whatever, I want to know. I want you to go out knowing that I cared and I loved you.
Yeah, and that's the thing on both sides. I think men rekindle the relationships with their father as manhood starts to happen to them.
Absolutely.
Early 20s. Things like that, late teens, that's when that comes back. And the same thing for women, like, because back in the day, a lot of women used to get into it with moms and had to go stay with grandma or stay with auntie.
Yeah.
And then as they got older, the relationship would come back with mom once that real women stuff started happening to her.
Exactly.
You know what I'm saying?
We are so ignorant to the things that we go through, man. And I'm not saying ignorant as in a way like as disrespectful, but ignorant as in we don't know. Yeah, we just don't know what life is, man. And that's the beautiful thing, man. We all want to be so grown at a different age, or when we like 10, 11, because we want to have the freedom to do whatever. But that freedom it comes with so much, man, that sometimes it'd be like, yo, is this worth it? You know what I'm saying? And then now we know, like, yo, not having to pay bills, not having to do all the things that we do. Yeah, that time we spent as kids is very, very valuable.
Man, it was lit.
Yeah.
Straight up. It was lit.
Waking up early Saturday mornings, man, watching cartoons with a bowl of cereal, man. And not having no worries in the world of having to do anything but have fun.
Real milk. Before we had to drink almond milk. You feel me?
The 2%. I had the 2%, man, with the blue top.
Gotta have the blue top, dog. I don't know about you whole milk niggas.
Yeah, y'all was different. Y'all was different. I ain't gonna lie to you.
Different. That whole milk, it was too thick. I don't know what they put in it.
I couldn't do it, B.
Hey, now we gotta drink almond.
Yeah, now it's straight.
You know what I'm saying?
Yeah.
Healthier choice.
Y'all need to come on up, man. Like, what is it? Silk, holla at me, man.
It's straight up,
Silk,
man.
holla at me. You know what I'm saying? We pouring the almond milk in the Apple Jacks and all that. So come on, holla at me, man. We gonna do something with it.
Straight up, man. So you ain't play no sports?
I hoop, man, for a little bit. I didn't really get nowhere with it because after I got to high school, it's like I started kind of being class clown, man, and moms and dads was like, "Yo, you want to be class clown? Well, you ain't hooping no more." So yeah, man, I used to hoop all the time, man, around on the north side. When I came out to the county, man, and I wasn't league ready or nothing like that, but I went to a couple of leagues and And I did my thing, but high school, man, you know, you started getting into that atmosphere of being around girls, of trying to kind of identify yourself and trying to put yourself out there.
Yeah. They start looking good.
Yeah, and then it's like, they was like, all right, you wanna act up.
You feeling yourself.
You feeling yourself. Yeah, go ahead, man. Let me get that ball from you, B.
Yeah.
You ain't on that no more. You know what I'm saying? So
man.
yeah, man, that was the long and the short of my hooping career, man. Shout out to moms and shout out to dad, because they knew what was right and they made sure that I was focused on school first.
Yeah, man. What did DSMOOVE do after high school?
Oh man, I was trying to find it, bro. I was honestly trying to find life. I told you earlier a little bit, man. It's like, yo, I wanted to figure out my purpose in this world.
Right. What are some things you did to try to figure that out?
Man, I worked at the post office, bro, for about 6-7 years. And like I told you, like, it's like, yo, I had to make sure I was doing something. I went to college.
Yeah.
Shout out to St. Louis City. Not St. Louis City. Flow Valley. I'm tripping.
Okay.
Flow Valley.
I'm Forest Park alumni.
Are you Forest Park?
Yeah. One year down. Then come back around.
Hey,
straight up.
The crazy thing is, man, I did that with two schools, with Flow Valley, man, and Harristow.
Okay.
Yeah, man, I messed up my mom's bread at Harristow, man.
Hey, I got one. She done messed up mine. 2 years at TSU, and then she back here.
Straight up.
Yeah.
Oh man.
Yeah, we in a hole. Racks. It's a scam.
This is definitely.
Yeah.
So it's like, yeah, man, I went to college and tried to kind of, you know, do the whole academic thing, but I didn't have the attention span, B. I'm honestly like,
I'm not finna keep doing homework,
yeah,
fam. Like,
I'm not.
When
That's
I went to
me.
college and they started teaching me math again,
I'm like, come on, B.
I've been doing it for 12 years, cuz.
Like, yeah, I'm not on that.
Cut it out.
Yeah, like I'm not on that. I know this stuff. I'm not finna go rehash all this stuff
Exactly.
again, B.
Teach me what I signed up for, please.
Exactly. And then let me go on about my way. Mm-hmm. And I think the real world needs to be like that, honestly. I just really don't see for y'all who go to college, I'm so glad y'all went out there and got y'all degrees, associates, bachelors, masters, PhD, all that.
Yeah.
But it just wasn't my path, man. So I figured it out. I figured it out after like 2 years, man, and I'm like, yeah, all right, I need to go and get a job. You know what I'm saying? I need to figure out like what I want to do. My first job was at a cleaning company. I don't think I ever told nobody that. It was at a cleaning company, man. I was vacuuming with my brother, man. And we was doing it at nights and kind of like I'm like, cool, I could do this, but it's like, what am I, you know what I'm saying? I'm just doing this just to get by. You know what I'm saying? Shout out to Talib Kweli. And then I quit, and then my mom had put me in for the post office, and I was working there 6-7 years, man, and then pandemic time came, and I ghosted them, man. I ain't gonna lie to you.
Straight up.
I ghosted the post office, man. I word is bond. I was like, yo, I ain't never going back.
Yeah.
And I'm like, yo, I can't live my life like this.
Yeah.
You know what I'm saying? 2018, I lost my mother to breast cancer. Sorry
to hear that.
I appreciate that. And then my daughter was born 3 months after that. And I was like, yo, I'm in a bad space. I'm in a bad funk. I'm trying to figure out what is life? Like, what is my life going to be like? And I just didn't see it going down this pathway of me retiring 30 years into a post office job. You know what I'm saying?
Yeah,
that shit used to eat at me. Excuse me. That used to eat at me, bro. Like every time I see one of them old heads retire and I had to sit around for that shit would eat I'm like, man, what?
Yeah.
You spent 30 years, 35 years, and all you get is this little plaque and some money, and that's it?
Yeah.
And that ate at me, bro. And it's like, yeah, man, that and among other things, it's like, yeah, I can't be here, man. I gotta go do my own thing, and I gotta go find my way in this world that's going to lead me to a better headspace and a better place. So 2020, man, that was like my year. 2019, I was kind of, you know, trying to in between things, kind of trying to figure things out. Shout out to my child's mother. She allowed me to do such. Okay. And I say she allowed me is at that point in time, man, I wasn't the best father that I should have been because I was dealing with a lot.
Yeah.
I don't use it as an excuse, but
Right.
I tell people like, yo, I lost my mom during that time, and this was her first baby. This was our first baby, and I didn't know how to be a son and be a baby daddy, I guess, in a sense, right? So I was in a muck, and trying to figure that out. She allowed me to have some kind of grace, and I say that, like I said, because during that time I wasn't the best mentally. You know what I'm saying? And I think I know she did. She held down the reins.
Yeah,
she held down everything.
And the allowing comes from.
I know it's a tough word.
Not talking shit.
Yeah.
Like, it's so common for women to put pressure on the man.
Absolutely.
At times where, like, it's obvious that we don't need this pressure.
Yeah.
It's already enough pressure. You don't need to apply nothing extra.
Absolutely.
Just, you know what I'm saying? Understand. Let me figure it out. And you know what I'm saying? It's definitely, I feel like, a thing that somebody can't allow.
Absolutely.
Because she could have chose the other side. And
literally.
Yeah, just
and
been
put me in a blender, and I would have been over with. You know what I'm saying? Like, I don't know what I would have faced if she had not been in a space and place to take the reins and say, like, yo, okay, but you got to get your shit together.
Yeah.
You know what I'm saying? So I always feel like I appreciate her for that, man. I always bring up this memory because it's one of the times where it's like, you know, we talk about women so much because we as men, like, we go through our womanizing phases and things like that. But in this moment, like, I understood, like, the true, not the true value of a woman, but I understood her value and why Allah had placed her to be my child's mother. And this is my daughter's second birthday. I believe it was at Incredible Pizza. I wasn't making any money because I wasn't going back to the post office. I wasn't doing anything.
Right.
And I was just trying to kind of figure out. And this is my daughter's second birthday. I told her, like, yo, I don't have a dime to my name. She's like, don't worry about it. I just need you there. This is what you need to. This is your T-shirt. This is what we're gonna do.
Yeah.
Boom.
Yeah.
And you know that moment, like, it was like, damn. Like, I'll never forget that moment. And I tell her that all the time. Like, I'll never forget that moment because as bad as I wanted to be a father, and the decision that I made, it may have been selfish. I needed to do it, but the fact that you were able to look at me still and still have some kind of compassion for me and still make sure that our daughter had her father there in the full capacity, that meant something to me, bro.
Because being there is the fatherhood.
Yeah.
You know what I'm saying?
Absolutely.
And when you get down to the root of it, like, the being there is the fatherhood. The financial things are just the icing on the cake.
Absolutely.
But, yeah. Shout out to the queens that be supporting the men out here, man.
Absolutely, man.
You know
Shout
what I'm
out to
saying?
y'all.
Because there's a lot of y'all out there.
It is.
And, you know, every man ain't going to be accountable and let y'all know y'all did y'all thing.
Yeah.
You know what I'm saying? They try to play y'all out y'all credit, but y'all be doing y'all thing.
Absolutely, man.
Straight out. Shout out to wifey. Shout out to his kid's mother. You know what I'm saying? Shout out to y'all, man. Y'all wouldn't be doing y'all thing.
Straight up.
When y'all, you know, y'all ain't tripping.
Y'all do. Like, straight up. Like real life, man.
Straight up. But, okay, so you left the post. I'm going through that right now. Like, I got to figure it out right now.
Straight up?
Yeah, straight up.
It's a struggle, bro, and I tell you this, it's a struggle. It was and I think it's a continuous struggle, honestly. But it's not. But the struggle gets easier as you figure out what you want to do.
Yeah.
And as you see, like, yo, this is more so what I'm supposed to be doing. This is my calling.
Yeah.
How can I invest more into this instead of putting my energy into that? And I ain't gonna lie to you, I did a cold turkey. You know what I'm saying? I did cold turkey. So it was like, yo. Like, I'm like, yo, I just can't. I can't.
Yeah,
do it.
and what I'm
You know
realizing is, more than likely, that's how you're gonna have to do it.
Yeah.
If you have a family, because there's not going to be the perfect opportune time for you to make the moves that you need to make. Flat out, like, the BS in the world is not gonna stop.
No.
You're gonna have flat tires. You're gonna have issues. You're gonna have sick kids in the ER. You're gonna have, you know, all of this type of stuff is gonna go on.
Yeah.
So those are the things that make you be like, well, maybe I can't right now. Once this happens, I'll do it. Then once this happened, I do it, and it just keep repeating itself.
It's a cycle.
And the next thing you know, it's been 35 years.
And it's like, oh man, I didn't wasted the best parts of my life because I let too many things, too many obstacles stop me from doing what I needed to do for myself.
Yeah.
And I think that's the dope part is what you said, bro. It's like, yeah, man, like life happens. You know what I'm saying? Tires get flattened, windows get busted out.
Yeah.
You know what I'm saying? Things happen.
Yeah.
But if you know, like, yo, I got faith in what I'm doing and I believe in who I am and I know what I say and what I do, I can pull it off, then holistically, man, like I think you're gonna be all right. You know what I'm saying? It's struggle attached to everything. But it's beauty in the struggle. And once you come out on the other side, it's like, yo, I did it. And now I can tell somebody else, it's like, yo, I did it cold turkey, but this is what I faced along that road. Are you gonna be prepared for that? And are you going to understand, like, tough times don't last, tough people do.
That's a bar. Straight up. That's a bar. But yeah, man, like Steve Harvey said, you gotta just jump, man.
Yeah.
So when did you become the Muslim religion?
2020, man. So I was getting to that, man. 2020 is like when everything happened for me, bro.
Okay.
2020 is like I discovered Malcolm X. Now, I knew about Malcolm X. Everybody knows about Malcolm X, but the latter is that we all are like it's put into our mind that Martin Luther King was this person who was dignified as I don't want anybody to think I'm taking any shots at MLK. Right. Martin Luther King was one of the greatest black men that ever existed, whoever spoke, whoever articulated for black people.
Exactly.
But Malcolm X was the person who revolutionized thought into black people. And when I kind of studied Malcolm X in 2020, I seen his movie for the first time. And I wondered, like, yo, we always seen like our friend Martin in elementary school. I'm like, why don't we see like stuff about Malcolm X? You know what I'm saying? So when I seen his movie, like it shattered my brain, and I started to read his book. Because in 2020 we ain't had enough time, so it's like, yo, I want to get into my reading bag. Yeah. Picked up his book, The Autobiography of Malcolm X, and I was astonished. And right then and there, I found my purpose. I always knew, like, I wanted to do and I wanted to help people. I always knew I wanted to help black people. I always knew I wanted to help people who look like me, but I didn't know exactly how to. Right. And that was when, like, I identified with somebody who had the same kind of mind and mentality for our people that I did. And that thought, him, made me say, like, hey, I need to kind of research on what Islam is and being a Muslim and what all the things that encapture being in this religion. Two, I'm not dissing church or anything like that. And shout out to Christians who go to church and everything like that.
All right, amen.
Amen. Yeah, absolutely. Hallelujah. Yeah, yeah. I don't look down on anybody. As a Muslim, we're taught to respect all religions. I grew up Baptist. Went to church, and it didn't really connect with me.
Okay.
You know what I'm saying? And I was like, just going because my parents told me to. You know what I'm saying? And that's their normal routine. Everything that I did was because of them. And I wanted to become my own man. And in 2020, like I said, I got the chance to kind of research on what Islam was. And I found when I researched that the pillars of Islam is discipline, fasting, charity, and a lot of the things that I could identify with. And I said, like, yo, what does it mean to be this? And after I did the research, I was like, yo, this is me. Like, this is where I want to be. And I took that full force into who I am today, man. And I applied the religion to me in 2020, man. And I never looked back.
Straight up.
Yeah. So
how did the transition go? Like, did you find you a mosque? Or?
Yeah. I did. And it's researching. I just kind of did my thing and kind of found other brothers who could be who could like teach me more so about the religion, so of how to pray,
Right.
how to take my what to do when I took my shahada,
Right.
how to actually make sure like what pillars were important, because everybody in this in the religion, like you can have different type of ways that you kind of pick out things. It's the same thing with no other religion. Like some people have things that they pick out in Christianity that they like.
Yeah.
So with me, I identify most with discipline.
Yeah.
And discipline means just for example, like I stopped drinking. Like it's like, yo, I don't want to have a drink anymore. Like I wanted to get that off of my spirit, because I never was a big smoker. I never really did drugs. I never really did any of those things. But it's like, yo, what does it mean to stop drinking? What does that look like for you? And if I never knew about the discipline of what Islam was, and how you have a clear, sober mindset, and that pushes you into the position of saying, yo, if you can do this, and if you can cut this off in your life, you don't know the riches that are on the other side. Okay. You know what I'm saying? And that discipline, like it really connected with me at a place of where I needed it, because I was just, I was loosey goosey. You know what I'm saying? I was just doing whatever I wanted to do, because I was just coming out of depression. I was, you know what I'm saying, just trying to find my way. But it's like, no, you needed to tone down a little bit and figure out what is life trying to show you. And I feel like the religion kind of did that.
Yeah, I was telling wifey the other day, that's one of my things that I need to start working on. That's one of my words. I usually have a word every year.
Yeah.
You know what I'm saying? I think like a few years ago, it was reciprocation.
Okay.
You know what I'm saying?
Yeah, absolutely.
And then last year, what was my word last year? I don't know what my word was. But discipline my word for this year. Discipline, because when you're working, you got a family and you still got a company to run.
Yeah.
You don't want to do it all the time.
I know you don't.
You know what I'm saying?
I know, you need a break.
And the company be the one that suffers the most, because it's not human.
Exactly.
But it is a living thing.
You can see the energy on everybody else.
Yes.
You can't see the energy on your company. It only reflects on you
Yeah.
when you don't do what you're supposed to do.
Yeah. And then you like, well, ain't nobody looking for me to post nothing today, man.
Yeah.
I'm finna go to sleep.
Yeah, exactly.
I'm tired. Mm-hmm. But I got to develop that discipline where, like, no matter what, everything has to be on all cylinders.
Man, it was a tough thing to do, and man, I tell people, like, I'm not self-made. You know what I'm saying? It took a lot for me to get to this point, and it took a lot of people having to make sacrifices and kind of having to show me what it looks like to be disciplined. You know what I'm saying? And I took it upon myself to kind of to implicate how I wanted to have my discipline in my life. And like you said, it's like with your show, it's like, yo, do I want to make content, and do I want to post it every single Monday? How am I going to do this? How am I going to expand my brand? And do I want to be successful? That was my question to myself. Like, yo, do I want to be successful? And do I want to have the height of success that is going to help bring myself and my family, the income that we all desire? You know what I'm saying? And that was my thing, is like, yo, you study people. I don't know if you do. I study people, and it's like, yo, that's what makes a human being different than another human being. Like, that's when you can tell, like they got the Bruce Lee glow. Yeah. You know what I'm saying? Like, they know what they doing. They know why they're here, and they know like this discipline is why I'm able to go in this space and just radiate and not have to do much, because I've taken care of everything that I had to do, and I'm stepping behind, because I know anything that I do, anything that I touch, I know I'm gonna kill it.
Yeah.
So yeah.
And another thing be the algorithm be playing, man.
Yeah, that's true.
The algorithm be playing,
that's
dog.
True.
Like, you
that's
know
true.
what I'm saying? I done got some courses on building businesses and media businesses and stuff, and that, you know what I'm saying? Post every day. I was posting 3 times a day for like months straight, and like nothing happened.
Yeah.
And I was like, dog, the algorithm straight playing me.
Yeah.
But they always want me to get a blue check. Why I got to buy a blue check?
I have no idea, and I ain't never doing that.
Never doing it. Like,
never doing that.
More people will see your content if you get a blue check. Like, come on, fam.
Yeah, like, you want me to...
Exactly. Then it's like posting on everything.
Yeah.
You got to post on Instagram, Facebook, Twitter, TikTok, YouTube,
Snapchat.
Oh my God.
Hey, it's exhausting, man.
Dog.
All these social medias are. You got a social media manager yet?
You
got to get one of those, man.
I got to get one of those.
You got to get one of those, man. Like
I definitely get one of those.
Like I work with a media company that helps young people get real life experience. So you know what I'm saying. I picked one of them to kind of handle my social media when it comes to the show, and phenomenal. Because it's their generation.
Yeah.
They generation, like, they know all this stuff. They know what to do. They research all these apps and how to post at the same time, at the same hour, at this time where you're going to have maximum exposure for everybody. And they know. I'm like, yo, you handle that. As we was talking about, the team. Yeah. It's like, yo, you handle that. I'm gonna do this, and I'm gonna try to make this business grow. So that way, when things come down the pipeline, look, boom, this is just what you need to do. Exactly. We got this. You getting paid this much. I appreciate you.
Yeah, I definitely got to get one of those.
Yeah, man. That's part of that.
That's on the list, man. Team building, man.
Team building.
Straight up, because I'm old school, man. I type what I want in ChatGPT to tell me what it want to tell me.
Exactly.
They know you got to put specific words in there to get specific things back. And I'm like, what? Like, you don't know how to work ChatGPT. Like, what are you talking about? You just put what you want in there.
Exactly.
I'm like, no, you don't do that.
I don't understand neither.
Man, they so crazy.
I don't understand either. I'll be like,
and I don't think it's for us to understand. It's for us to build a team
and let them
put it together and let the people who love doing that do that.
Exactly. Shout out to ABA, man. That's my team, man. Alumni Broadcasting Association.
Okay.
If y'all go support them, man, we are literally having kids, man, from out of high school, in high school, come up, man, and learn how to do video, learn how to do audio.
Oh, really?
Learning how to edit, learning how to do the whole setup, man. Like when you was telling me you handle all the production on your set, bro, it's like, man, this dude amazing. Like I know what it takes to edit, because I've literally had to edit before, and it's a real tactful process, man. But like this brother, like he Mac, you real, bro. Like you handle everything by yourself.
You gotta do it when you ain't got nobody you can't afford to pay nobody.
Yeah, that's literally
straight up, literally flat out. If you wanted to come out, then
if you want your dream, absolutely,
you gonna have to learn how to do it yourself.
Absolutely, bro.
Straight up. So Muslim got you the discipline, man. So how has it been since you stopped drinking?
Oh man, it's been love, man. Family's gonna be family, man, and the people that you go around are either going to be products of the environment that they're in, or they're going to help you. And that's the reason being why I don't go out that much. Yeah. Anybody, and I'm sorry, I didn't get to tell you about this, but anybody who knows me, man, like I used to be like one of the hosts in a lot of clubs in St. Louis. Mm-hmm. Mystic was like a homestay for me. And I've kind of been to a lot of places, Marquee, all the places, you know what I'm saying, and work with a lot of DJs and things like that. And yeah, man, like I had the time where it's like, yo, I have to have a drink to party. Yeah. You know what I'm saying? And I have to be in this mindset to go out and entertain
to be in this
people.
culture.
Yeah. And you know what I'm saying? That kind of detached me from it when I stopped drinking. You know what I'm saying? And you know, it's like, yo, I don't need to do all this stuff. I don't need to just go out at night to be noticed and be recognized and things like that. And I'll tell you why I say night in a minute, but like I've really started to see like the same people, and you know, the whole colloquialism of going out in nighttime life in St. Louis. But, but I enjoyed it. You know what I'm saying? And it was just a space and time where it's like, yeah, this is what I wanted to do. You know what I'm saying? And I had fun doing it. But then, you know, my daughter was born, and it's like, yo, I want to turn this into a career. Yeah. And the space was like, I didn't really kind of understand how to turn nightlife hosting into a career. And that thing was, you know, trying to make that shift was like radio. Shout out to DJ Tab, man. DJ Tab had started Streets 105.1. Yeah, man. He started Streets 105.1, man, in 2018. And then he had put me on the roster. And like he gave me my real shot at radio and kind of transitioning into that life of like understanding how to get out of the nightclub and be noticed in a scene where it's more out there to the world.
Yeah.
You know, like it's so much than just
global.
Yeah, it's so much than just, you know what I'm saying, just the little homestay, the little places that we have and the bars and everything like that. And
But it don't seem like that.
it don't.
Because the people not there no more.
Exactly.
Like, it's so different.
It is. It is.
Like, how was that? Was it weird? I know it had to be like kind of very different.
Absolutely.
And very weird, like for the first few days, few weeks.
Absolutely. You talking about drinking or just seeing?
No, just being on the radio instead of being in the club with the people.
Oh my God, man! Look, it was so different in a sense where it's like now I'm kind of rebuilding all over again because it's like, like this the dude that be in the club. You know what I'm saying? Like, nah, it's, you know what I'm saying. I want this to be lucrative. I want you to like enjoy who I am and what I'm bringing to this station because you enjoy my personality.
Yeah.
You know what I'm saying? So taking the personality off the mic on stage to a radio station, like you said, it was weird. It's like, strange, I would say, but it's like, how do I get people to connect with me in this play, in this space? So,
and then how do I know they connecting with me?
Exactly.
They not here. Like, I can't say all the broke niggas be quiet. And
then they be quiet. Yeah,
exactly.
Yeah, and it's like, your energy has to come through on the airwaves, and then it's like with anything else. Now that I realize, it's like the people, like they got to come up to you and let you know.
Yeah.
I'm not easily impressed, or I'm not easily like. I try not to have an ego, bro. Like this is one of my things. It's like I try not to have an ego, but people now, you know, they'll come up to you like, yeah, man, I listened to you, or yeah, I heard something that you said, and shout out to Urban Access, because if you hear something that I say, please let me know I said something dope. You know what I'm saying?
Straight up. Most definitely.
So it's like, you know, when they hear you on these stations and on these and when they heard me on the stations, like, oh, okay, I see you got your little show now. Black people always call it a little something, but they can never.
They love little.
I can't stand when black people do that. When people period do that, man. It's like, just say my show. Like I heard your show and you did your thing. So yeah, they would come like, I heard your little show. You said some great things. Like, you should keep going. And when I started going live on Facebook, live on Instagram, that was part of the connection that I felt.
Okay.
Because I had people coming in, I had family coming in, and then they would call me after the live. It's like, yo, this is where you're supposed to be. This is where your happiness is. And once again, credit to DJ Tab and Streets on the 5.1. To that point, I had never truly been happy because I did not understand. I told you, like my purpose. Yeah. And then when I found my voice, I'm like, yo, yeah, I found it. Like, this is where I'm at.
And that's what I tell the kids. I tell them, like, find what you would love. Think about what you would love to do for the rest of your life.
True.
I'll help you figure out how to monetize it.
Absolutely.
That's all you have to do. That's the only key to life. You do what you love, you figure out how to monetize it.
Literally.
And that's it. Put yourself around the people that's doing it also, that are real. Because if I come across a bag, I'm gonna hit DSMOOVEE, be like, hey, you know what? Hey, they giving out a bag over here. You know what I'm saying? You go over there and get you a bag.
Exactly.
You know what I'm saying?
Literally.
Yeah.
I love that you said that, because it's like, yo, like I tell them that to this day, man. It's like, yo, whatever you want to do, you let me know. I can find a resource for you. I can help you with this. It's about what you want to do.
Yeah.
That's it. It's that simple. It's that life can be so simple, man, that we make it so complicated. But yeah, man, like I'm so glad that you do that, bro. Like I appreciate that.
Oh yeah.
Real talk. I appreciate you.
Yeah, like I don't pressure them niggas. I tell them niggas about jobs. I be like, look, you gonna work there for 90 days, you're gonna be tired of it.
There you go.
It ain't gonna be nothing but a recycling thing. Like, you're not gonna like any job you work for a long period of time.
Absolutely.
Nobody does that.
No. Unless
they doing something that they love. It is some janitors that love being janitors.
Absolutely.
It's some teachers that love being teachers. 90% of the world do not like what they do. For sure. It'd be amazing to me to see, like, people that were lawyers and, like, in high up, like, corporations in New York and stuff like that. Mm-hmm. And they quit. Yeah. And they go do some shit like fish.
Yeah. Because it's like,
I'd be like, wow.
Because you never were truly happy. It
blows my mind, bro.
I'll be like, yeah, you wasted all those years of your life to go do something so menial, not menial to you, but just so menial in a world of, in a space of where, like, we looking at the world of jobs, and to like, it's like, yo, this is what I love to do. Yeah, simple. You could have saved your time. You could have saved you so much energy and time if you just like did some soul searching and found yourself and like thought about exactly what I wanted to do in my life at that point in time, and instead of like probably following money expectations or something that somebody else put upon you. Yeah, man, that's crazy. So that's how you got into 105.1. Yeah, man, that was it. And man, like I tell you, bro, like it was the people, man, that like coming on the lives, you know, telling me like, yo, you doing your thing. Like, I see you fully happy. I see you doing your thing. Like, it was a feeling that I've never felt before, and it was like, oh, okay, this is where I'm at, and this is where I need to be, man. And I was just happy to like to be there. Yeah, you know what I'm saying. But being happy to be there is one thing. Mm-hmm. Being successful is another thing, and that was to be continued, because like I said, in 2020, man, it was like, yo, how can I be impactful? We was talking about income over impact. Yeah, for some people, but for me, it was impact over income. You know what I'm saying? Because I wasn't making no money. I'm letting people slide up to the station for free. Like, I had my show was every day. It might have been 5 to 8, and every day I would have probably about 3 to 4 guests for every hour. Mm. You know what I'm saying? And just letting people slide up, giving them their credit, giving them their roses, talking to them about their businesses, and letting them know, like, you know, I support you. Like, let's take a picture. Let's make sure you 3 to 4 guests every hour. 3 to 4 guests every hour. So 5 I got a guest, 6 I got a guest, 7 I got a guest, and 8 man. I'm closing out with a guest. I ain't never did that one. I think I did 2 in one day. 2 in one day? Yeah. But they ain't just been random people just coming up. Yeah. Yeah, like, but that's crazy. I loved it, bro. Straight up. Because I wanted people to hear what St. Louis had to offer. You know what I'm saying? And I wanted people to understand that we had a radio station here that valued people for what they do, who they are, and where they were in their lives. And I think I want to say like that impact was created. Because, you know, people still come to me this day and just, you know, they talk to me about the interview that they did with me or something like that, or they might say like a moment that they had where they thought about me talking to them, and it's like, yo, like that's the true impact that I created. You know what I'm saying? And I'm unbeknownst to me, I say I was the first person to look at that and say like, yo, that was an area in space that I could dominate, and I could really take charge of, and really like put that energy out there in St. Louis. Yeah, man. I think St. Louis got a lot of like great talent and good people in it, man. And I feel like the new resurgence of St. Louis media with different people starting to get in the media in St. Louis and stick with it. Yeah. A lot of people didn't stick with it. Absolutely. But the people who are sticking through it, it's looking great. Shout out to, man, and I'm a person that name names, bro, because I love them, man. Shout out to Princess Storm, just celebrated 15 years, man. Yeah, shout out to Princess Storm. Shout out to Princess Storm, man. Straight up. Shout out to her. I don't, and I was thinking about this, and I said something like to this on her post. It's like, I don't think I know anybody who's been in a radio space in St. Louis who has done it that long, who's had that amount of longevity, and who has had the impact that she's had. And stayed in St. Louis. And stayed in St. Louis. Usually once they get the impact that they have, they'll leave. Exactly. They'll go somewhere else. Like, shout out to Storm. Yeah. Stack y'all Pampers. Yeah. Please. Shout out to Kenny Mo, man. Kenny Mo was shout out to Kenny Mo, man, is a very, 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 very talented brother, man. And he told me, man, we talked to, and I'm just kind of giving Kenny his roses, man, on a personal platform, man. I talked to him about it personally too, but it's like, yo, he's dreamed about this moment where he can do what he's doing right now, man, and have the impact that he's had. And it just made me so genuinely happy, man, when I got to see his announcement on your show, bro, that he was joining the hot team, man. And that brother, man, I seen him prepare for shows. I seen him I seen the growth of Kenny Mo, man, and shout out to that dude, man. He's he's phenomenal.
Man, shout out to Kenny Mo, man. I'm gonna give you some claps because I didn't want you to call. Don't call me talking about Matt. You ain't give me no claps. You gave Princess throwing claps. Nah, nigga. Everybody get claps.
You know how Mo is.
Yeah, I know how he roll.
You know how Mo is, man.
Yeah, but
hey, man,
man, it's amazing, man. I love to catch people in their season.
Yeah.
You know what I'm saying?
Absolutely.
It's fire.
Absolutely.
Straight up.
You deserve that, man. And I once again, man, the platform allows it.
Yeah.
You know what I'm saying? It's a space where I feel like this is chill, man. This is laid back. This is cool, calm, relaxed. You know what I'm saying? This is it. You know what I'm saying? And I love being able to be on platforms where it's like, yo, you can just go ahead and be yourself. You know what I'm saying? And I, once again, man, I'm not going to stop saying thank you, man, because I stay in a state of gratitude for your platform, man, and allowing me to be on here, bro.
Thank you, man.
No, it's love, man. I
Thank
appreciate
you, man. Flat out. All right, it's time to tackle the elephant in the room. Ice Cube.
Oh, man, I appreciate that, man.
Hold up. Hold up.
Oh, yeah, man.
Flat out.
One of my biggest ones today.
Congratulations.
Thank you so much, man. One of my biggest ones to date, man.
Look, okay, I'm a nosy nigga.
Come on with
How
it.
was the phone call? Or was it the email? How you find out about it?
So, shout out to Evolution Festival, man. So, you know, man, it's different, man. Like these festivals that pop up, Music at the Intersection, Evolution Festival, all these music festivals here, it's like y'all bring in this talent, but what are y'all, like, how are y'all exposing them to St. Louis? And for some in some way, shape, form, or fashion, they don't want to be exposed to St. Louis. They just want to come here and do their show. When I talked to them, Evolution Festival, like I brought them up to Streets, and told them, you know what I'm saying, like, yo, I wanna MC the show. Like, let me know how I can do it. They was like, we may not have enough pay for you yet.
You did Music at the Intersection?
I was not this year, but I was last. I hosted in 2023. I brought a couple acts to the stage, and shout out to Chris Denman, Mid Coast Media, all them down there, man. They do their thing with the Kranzberg Arts Foundation, man.
Okay, Festival of Nations is crazy too.
Oh, I was at the Festival of Nations. Shout out to the Festival of Nations, man. I was hosting the St. Louis stage, man.
Okay, you was hosting.
Yeah.
Okay,
yeah.
I got you on camera.
Word?
Dancing with doing the cha cha with the señorita.
Oh, okay, all right, yeah. I gotta get that. We might have to put that in a little B-roll, man, or something like that. We talking over.
Yeah, for sure, sure,
man. So I tapped in with them, and I'm a person, man. Like I just love people.
Yeah.
I call myself, man, a introvert extrovert, because I love people, but I also love being to myself, because I know, like, when you had it a long time, I can look myself in the mirror and be like, yo, I love myself. But when I talked to them and when I spoke with them, they were really enthusiastic about working with me. And I'm like, yo, this is a festival. This is like probably $1 million festival. Yeah, I got sponsors. I got everything like that. Like, you know what I'm saying? But I presented myself in a good way, and I let them know. So I didn't email them. I actually DM'd, because I be skimming through like the Instagram, so they Instagram page, and I was trying to see like who was the founder, who is the executive producer, who's bringing the talent, who's like who are the people that are bringing this together.
Right.
And I found a young lady. Her name was Lisa, and we just connected. And she was like, "Well, yeah, we can have you do the VIP lounge. We have you host that." And I'm like, "Yeah, okay. I wanna interview some of the people that you have coming up: Sugar Hill Gang, Ice Cube, and I can't think. Aloha, you gonna get mad at me for this one if you see this.
Shout out to Aloha.
Aloha and Rockwell Knuckles. I can't think of they band name, but we interviewed them as well. So she was like, "Yeah, Aloha and Sugar Hill, cool. Now Ice Cube, I don't know." You know what I'm saying? But she's like, I'm gonna give you the all access badge, you and your team. And that was my team, ABA. We had some of the kids there, my team there, and we had all the all access passes, and we was like, okay. Well, he goes on at this time. I finished up hosting the VIP lounge, and I'm like, I shot down there, right?
Right.
I get to the back of the stage, and I come up on stage, and I'm like, I'm talking to everybody who has an Ice Cube jacket on, right?
Right.
And I'm talking to everybody, and they tell me this is the person that you need to talk to. Nah, this is the person that you need to talk to. I'm like, yo, I'm talking to everybody, so it don't matter. You know what I'm saying? Let me figure out who I need to talk to. And it's like, yo, one of the dude, I can't think of his name. No, his name Kibo. It's his security. His name Kibo. I talked to him. He was like, meet us back at the trailer. It's gonna be a little time. It's gonna be a little wait because he got to cool down.
Right.
But we gonna get you your interview.
Right.
All right. So we get off stage. About 30 minutes after that, you know what I'm saying? He's still in there cooling down. We backstage. And the thing that people don't recognize, they only see like the interview is like, yo, I waited probably about 45 minutes. Me and my team, man, we waited about 45 minutes to get that interview. Yeah. Right. And it was by the grace of God. It's like, yo, we talked to everybody in there. And dude was like, yeah, he normally don't do interviews, but you were being so patient and you came to me the right way and you approached me in the right way. I asked him like, yo, would you do this? Like you should do this, like, because I like this dude. You know what I'm saying? So man, meeting dude, man, Ice Cube is like somebody I've grew up watching. Yeah. You know, and in a sense, like, yo, that's been like my ideal of success. You know what I'm saying? Movies, music, exactly. Clothing, all, you know what I'm saying? Like all the way around. And it's like, man, to be sitting there with him in that moment, bro, it was really surreal. And you might have noticed it, man. It was like, yo, I was a little nervous. Yeah. Because it's like, yo, I'm actually getting to talk to Ice Cube right now, and you know, I'm really thankful that I got to do that, and I really thank the Evolution Festival team, Steve, Lisa, all them. But I appreciated, one, what they did for St. Louis by bringing that festival here, and two, I appreciated them believing in my vision of partnering with them and actually like seeing it through, because that festival, man, I know they're gonna do some big things with it. They did one of the headliners was Killer Mike this year, and that was pretty dope. Yeah. But yeah, man, Ice Cube, man, was really incredible, man, and just being able to talk to him and see him in that space, and then, you know what I'm saying, being able to connect with him and have that conversation, man, it did numbers for me mentally. Because I'm like, yo, I can do this now on a bigger scale. You know what I'm saying? And shout out to Complex, man. Y'all need to holler at me, Complex. All y'all, man. BET, Complex. Yeah. Holler at me, man, because I'm doing high profile. You know what I'm saying? Revolt. Yeah. All that. Yeah. MTV.
We ain't forgot about y'all.
Yeah, we definitely did. You know what I'm saying? Yeah. Put me on.
Yeah, man. I think anybody is nervous when they do an interview with somebody like Ice Cube. For one, he's super woke. Yeah. For one, he a real one. So when you coming into something like that, as far as somebody who got to interview somebody, first of all, you own yourself about asking the right question.
Absolutely.
It's so important.
Absolutely.
Like, that's the hardest thing to do in the world, is to try to think of the right questions to ask.
Absolutely.
Because talking to somebody like Cube, every question unlocks a level of comfortability.
Very true.
Which means you get to ask the next question. Which means before you know it, y'all done sat down for an hour and a half.
Absolutely.
And y'all done had a whole little shindig.
Absolutely, man.
But if you ask the wrong question,
you know this for life.
You gone.
You gone. Like, and you know that for life, like that person. Maya Angelou has a quote, and it's like, yo, you'll forget how people look, all this stuff, but you'll never forget how a person made you feel. Right. And yo, I like, after that interview, I know he was like mentally like, all right, like, yeah, you cool. Yeah. And that was a big moment for me, once again, because I got to interview Ice Cube, but two, that was the first interview that he ever did in St. Louis. Wow. You know what I'm saying? And I'm like, yo, I couldn't believe that moment. It was like,
you got called in Guinness Book of World Records.
You know what I'm saying? Like, I got to let them know.
You need your plaque.
Word to Mother, B.
You need
word
your plaque.
to Mother. Yeah.
They late.
With that.
They late.
Guinness.
You had the first Ice Cube interview in St. Louis?
The first one.
Yeah, Guinness Book of World Records. Y'all got to get my man his plaque, dog.
That's all, man. You know what I'm saying?
That's monumental.
I take my roses now, man. I'm definitely gonna take them now, man.
Straight up, man. So, Deluxe Power 100.
Oh man. Love them, man. Love them over at Ducks.
Shout out to them, man.
Love them over at Deluxe. Shout out to Jamie, man. And bro slipped my mind right now. I can't think of his name, but love dude, man. Who created Deluxe. And shout out to all the black media spaces, man, because
Shout out to all y'all, man.
yeah, because it's so needed, man.
It is, man. I think that's the one thing that St. Louis is missing is impactful shows that like go worldwide.
Absolutely.
You know what
Absolutely.
I'm saying? A lot of people had it. New York had that. Georgia had that. Everybody have those platforms or those machines in their city.
Yeah.
Where it's like everything is lit.
Absolutely.
Flat out.
And I think we need more of that, man. We need more of those platforms here, which is why, you know what I'm saying, I want to go on all the platforms, man, because
And that's the thing. The old school way is everybody clicked up.
yeah,
You know what I'm saying?
absolutely.
But now it's finna be a problem because you got people like Mac and DSMOOVE sitting down. You know what I'm saying?
Yeah.
You got DSMOOVE and Kenny Mo.
Yeah.
You got Net from Authenticity TV. You got
Okay.
you got
Yeah.
all of these people that's starting to link up, and these is not no shabby people.
True.
Like, these is great
True.
minds, and it's finna be over.
I love that.
Yeah,
I love that, man.
it's finna be the land of opportunity.
I need to find out, man. Look, we going to like create a list or something like that, man, because I wanna go on all of them, man. Like, I think everybody deserves some time to actually like promote themselves, and how we can support each other is you know, making or guest starring on other people's stuff. You know what I'm saying?
Yeah.
And making sure that we know, like, hey, whatever fan base we got, we want to take it to y'all.
Yeah.
And we want to share the wealth, and we want to make sure, like, as we growing and as we are pushing our platforms forward, we're pushing St. Louis forward.
Exactly.
And I think that's the big thing, is what you said, man. It's like collaboration, man, over competition.
Yeah.
You know what I'm saying? And I think that's the dope thing that we all need to strive for in this media space.
Yeah, man, because if the media space get big enough, then, you know, maybe we get our football team back.
Yeah.
You know what I'm saying?
Yeah.
Maybe we get us an NBA team around
That's
here
what we
somewhere.
need.
You know what I'm saying? Jesus Christ.
Hey, JT, if you getting that WNBA team, let me know. Holla at me. Be we gonna get. I'm hop on the mic, man. We'll definitely do that, man. Like,
He trying to get
he trying to get a WNBA team here, man. So
Straight up?
yeah, that's what I read.
Okay.
I see it. I don't talk about things that I'm not 100% sure that
Yeah.
I know about. So, but yeah,
That's what's
like,
up.
he trying to put money into a WNBA team to get in with her. So, man, shout out to the
Yeah, that'd be
to
crazy.
the St. Louis Sparks,
Yeah.
Kalia Collier, and you know, everything that she's doing in Dallas, because she's made like a market for women basketball here now, and I'm pretty sure it's been one, but now that she's been here and that she's done the things she did, she has some amazing young ladies who are hooping and doing their thing. So I hope that WNBA team does come here, man, because I think it's well needed. And we need an NBA team too, man, because I'm tired of hopping on flights, man, and trying to go see LeBron play.
Man, you gotta drive to Memphis, cuz.
Yeah.
You know what I'm saying? You gotta drive to Indiana, cuz.
Yeah.
Oh my God, you talking about a bummer,
Man,
straight up.
Yeah, bro,
But
so-
I understand. You bring some beautiful stuff to St. Louis, and people won't show up.
yeah,
It's one of them cities.
It is.
You know, we gotta be accountable, people.
yeah, that's true.
Straight up. Man, D-Smooth, what you got for the people, man? What you want to lead the people with, man?
Oh man, I just want to lead the people, man, with knowing, man. Look, me and my dog Rimrod, we got some stuff coming up, man.
Shout out to Rim.
Yeah, shout out to Rimrod, man. We partnered up, and we gonna be doing some stuff, releasing some dope content, and kind of, you know, going into 2025, blazing. Shout out to Spin Society DJs, DJ Chris Brown. Recently, man, I just got on with them, and I'll be doing a lot of stuff with them. They work in a lot of spaces that are wedding spaces and things like that. So catch me at your weddings. If you need a wedding MC, let me know, because I'm getting into that space now. And shout out to St. Louis City SC. We did a lot with them this past year.
Okay.
I hosted 4 block parties for them this year, me and DJ Chris Brown, and it was lit, man. We had a good time. We went up. Shout out to the Battle Hawks. We had a dope time this season, man, being one of the influencers. And man, just shout out to St. Louis. And shout out to y'all, man. Like I said, I stay in a state of gratitude all the time, every day, no matter what. Shout out to Miss Minnow for the award that I just got. for the Voice of the Voiceless.
Okay.
Yeah, man. I like to really like hone in on smaller organizations who, you know, who are putting in the work, but they don't necessarily have the budget to do or create the impact that they want to. So she's doing some amazing things with Voice of the Voiceless, man.
Those are the people who really love it.
Absolutely.
Yeah.
Absolutely. Like you gotta, if you don't have money and you still want to do it,
Yeah.
you have to.
Yeah.
You absolutely have to, man.
Yeah.
And I think it's really dope that we have spaces and we have community spaces like that. So man, look, if anybody needs me, wants to book me for MCing, if you need me to come out to do your podcast, or want to book me for an interview, or want to do something with me, as far as getting into events and everything like that, hit me up on IG, DSMOOVEE, once again, 2 O's, 2 E's with a V in the middle. I'm on TikTok, but I don't really be on there.
Yeah.
You know what I'm saying?
It's a challenge. I understand.
You know what I'm saying?
Yeah.
All the other ones is just type in DSMOOVEE, Shabazz, and then you'll find me and find all my platforms and everything like that, B.
Straight up, man. Thank you for coming through, man. I appreciate
Mac,
you.
no, bro.
We gonna be in touch a lot, man.
We got some things
Straight
to do,
up.
man, because I really want to help you, man, with the sponsorships and everything like that.
Oh yeah.
I ain't got a lot now, but
if you can get the paper,
yeah,
for some stuff, hit us up. If
Yeah.
To make the moves, hit us up.
If you
As
got
far as-
somebody, let me know.
yeah, content and sponsorships, like you said. But yeah, man, I appreciate you, man. I can't wait to see where this go. Like I just told Kenny Mo on his post, boy, you got a lot more to go.
Yeah,
We got a lot more to go. We got
sure
a lot
do,
of work
man.
to do, man.
and I appreciate you, man.
Straight
Doing what
up.
you're doing, B.
Make sure y'all download 105 Streets 105.1.
Please.
On your phone, download the app and win the show.
So y'all can check me out, man. Tuesdays, Thursdays, 5 p.m. to 8 p.m. Fridays is 5 p.m. to 8 p.m. as well. And some Saturdays, I'm going to be on there Saturdays, man, 11 a.m. to 1 p.m.
Straight up, man. Y'all get ready to jump, man. I'm finna jump. I ain't no cap. I'm jumping. Straight up. All right, love y'all. Be good.
Peace.
Elaborate.